So my original oratory is based off my original oratory, or my first original oratory, in which I dissected the lyrics to Little Baby's The Bigger Picture, which was a huge racial music video that inspired a lot of people and focused mainly on the Black Lives Matter and really idolized how that worked. And there's lyrics in here that really mean something and truly do something to someone's perspective on how they view the Black Lives Matter movement or how they view just racism in general. I don't have it all memorized. So the first one is, I find it crazy the police will shoot you and know that you're dead, but still tell you to freeze. Effed up, I seen what I seen. I guess that means hold him down if you say he can't breathe. Little Baby is directly referencing the George Floyd, in which he died on May 25th in 2020, when four officers in Minneapolis kneeled on his neck for 8 minutes and 10 seconds and ended up killing him. And his last words were, "I can't breathe," which was now a prominent vocal figure and vocal saying in the Black Lives Matter protests and anywhere in Minneapolis or anywhere around the nation, actually internationally now, of which they say, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." Now, this is not just referencing George Floyd. It includes George Floyd, but it is not limiting. It is also including Philando Castile and Christopher Mitchell, as well as Breonna Taylor and countless others that I can't really remember, of who were victims of police brutality and victims of police harassment and police shootings and police killings, and it's got to stop. And Lil Baby's pointing it out right there. So he's directly referencing George Floyd, but alluding to a lot of other African Americans that were victims of police brutality. The next lyric is, "We just some products of our environment. How the F they gonna blame us?" Now, in this one, he's also alluding to the ideology of nature versus nurture, in which someone is either born the way they are or they're growing, they have to adapt to the situations. Personally, I believe that it's nurture, because humans are still animals, and humans, speaking of nature, humans are still animals and humans have to adapt to their environment. So if you're going to grow up in a neighborhood with tough people and tough guns and tough cops, you have to become tougher than them in order to survive, in order for your family to survive. So that's what Lil Baby's alluding to. He's alluding to this idea of nature versus nurture. And yeah, there's not really much more than that line other than that, but it's still a very powerful line, because this nature versus nurture ideology is what really is the puppet master of the Black Lives Matter, because these guys are trying to say, hey, look, we're products of this environment, please don't judge us. But we still judge them for some reason, because they have to act in order for them to survive. The next line is out of verse 2, is that S be crazy. They supposed to protect us, throw us in handcuffs and arrest us while they go home at night. That S messed up. Baby addresses the general themes of police brutality when he's saying that they're supposed to protect us, and they're supposed to, in the police code of conduct, it says protect and serve for all human beings, and he doesn't feel like they're protecting and serving in his community or communities around the world. They can kill Black people and then realistically go home without any punishment. It wasn't up until recently that the cops for George Floyd Jr. were arrested and charged with what they were charged with, but even now, the Georgia State Police said they weren't going to charge the men associated with Ahmaud Arbery's brutal killing and murder just because they acted in self-defense, which they didn't. If you saw the video, they definitely didn't. They pulled out a shotgun and shot the kid. So he's referencing that these kids aren't, or these police aren't really facing the same prosecution that these Black people have to face. They're more of just kind of going home to their wives and their lives and moving on, not really seeing any consequences, and that's messed up. The next line is, corrupted police been a problem where I'm from, but I'd be lying if I say it was all of them. This one's kind of seeing that, or kind of being the double entendre, or the devil's advocate to the Black Lives Matter movement. Black Lives Matter movement has a saying of ACAB, in which all cops are bastards, which Lil Baby doesn't agree with, because not all cops are bastards or really bad. Even though that's a prevalent thing around the world, it's not really true. It's more of like a couple bad apples, if that makes sense. It's more of a couple bad police officers that have ruined the reputation of all cops. Yeah. And this one references Lil Baby's past career, in which he states, "I can't lie like I don't rap about killing and dope when I'm telling my youngest to vote." Lil Baby has famously rapped about a criminal lifestyle his entire career, in which he rapped about drugs, guns, and violence. But now that he has this platform, he's trying to spread the message of, hey, we're black people, we need to stand up together. He is fully supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, as he has tweeted and as he has made this song about it, to the point where he feels it's time to stop rapping about what mainstream rappers are rapping about and saying like, hey, we killed this guy, we sold drugs, all that. He's saying we need to rap about the really important stuff: police brutality, criminal injustice, and inequality in America today. His next line is also another devil's advocate type of thing, in which he says, "Every colored person ain't dumb and all whites not racist. I be judging by the mind and heart. I ain't really into faces." Lil Baby puts the first lines of his chorus successfully into perspective with a simple yet powerful twist. It's not about black and white, it's about who you are as a person. Now, a little bit of background into this. Lil Baby got arrested for beating up a white racist, or a racist person in Atlanta a couple years ago. So if anyone could be able to judge someone based off of their heart and not their face or the color of their skin, it would be this guy, because he really understands what's going on in these neighborhoods and what's going on in these white people neighborhoods as well. And the last one I have to share is, "Crazy I had to tell all of my loved ones to carry a gun when they going outside." Lil Baby's again referencing nature versus nurture. In the lyric before, which I stated nature versus nurture, he states that they're a product of their environment, that they have to do what they have to do to survive, and these people have to survive in order to carry a pistol with them, because if they don't carry a pistol with them, the kid next door is going to carry a pistol with them, and you can't just say, hey kid, we need to put the pistols down. That's not going to work like that. They've tried that. Compton tried that. Atlanta tried that. The entire state of California tried that. It didn't work out very well. The shooting stayed the same. The violence stayed the same. The criminal activity still stayed the same. So he has to tell all of his loved ones, hey, in order for your safety, I need you to carry this heat with you so that if someone pops off, you're there to help. Yeah, that's pretty much it.